And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Quivs here. Quivs does stuff. This is Minecraft over there, I think. Let's wait to see my camera preview, see if I got that right. I did. In fact, let us bring that up to full screen so you can see it. And today we are going to be going straight into how to build a passive spawner in Minecraft. Now, specifically, this is Bedrock Edition. It is RTX enabled. That doesn't mean this won't work in regular worlds. This is using the experimental Caves and Cliffs update for the Bedrock Edition, but I know this works in the Java version because I've tested it there as well, and it should work fine, at least for the moment. Perhaps in future patches it won't, but it still works here. So, this is how we've begun. This is just a room where the passive spawner will finish. And this block, specifically, is the very, very beginning of the end, so to speak. I'm going to use a different block to differentiate while I make this. So the first thing we're going to have to do is we need a drop of 21 blocks to this one. So we're going to be going straight up through the ceiling. Hopefully I'm not underwater here. That would be unfortunate. We need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright. No, let's go back down one. So remember that's 12. Alright? Now the next thing we have to do is that will be the centerpiece where the monsters will actually fall down. We'll be getting rid of that afterwards. So now we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is it 10 or is it 9? No, it's 10. And here we will need to build a tower that is the same height as that. Now the other thing I'm going to need is some ladders. I don't know if I've got enough wood for this straight off the bat. I might have to go and get some more wood, but that's alright, we can always do that after. Right now, let's get all the sticks we can and we'll build some ladders. Oh, yes, definitely need more wood, so that's a unfortunate thing, but let's talk more about how the passive spawner works. So all the passive spawner is a dark place where zombies, skeletons, spiders, witches, creepers can spawn. Now the whole idea is to make sure that certain things can't spawn because they will cause problems. So you don't want endermen spawning in there because they'll pick up blocks and break the spawner. You don't really want spiders spawning in there because they can't fall down the hole. So you will actually make it so that spiders can't spawn inside the passive spawner. Other things that spawn in the dark will work. If you make this in the desert, for example, you will actually find that... Oh, I need to replace my trees, so let's just make sure I've got 4 saplings before I go any further. If you place this in the desert, you will get husks spawning instead. I don't think there's any way to make this spawn drowned, or if there is, I haven't worked out how to modify it yet. I will look into that if anyone really wants me to. Leave a comment on the YouTube video below and I'll have a look and see if it's a possibility. Yeah, apologies that this contains a whole bunch of me just punching leaves. I haven't got a single sapling yet. What's going on? Oh, there's one up there. A couple up there. I need 4. Quickly. Quickly, quickly, quickly. That's 3 now. One more. There it is. That'll work. Right. Yeah, if you do want me to have a crack at trying to modify this so that it includes drowned, I mean, I think it would be possible to make one that does drowned. It'd just be kind of harder. Right, what else do I need? Nothing. We should be good to go. More ladders is what I need, is what I came here for in the first place. Let's make a lot more sticks. Oops, that's a lot more sticks than I'd planned to make. Oh well, let's just have a crap load of ladders for use thereof. Right. Now, Not exactly sure how high we're going to have to go yet. So the best way to do that is to simply build a tower into the sky. Now, if you don't know how to hang on a ladder, you use the shift key. So when you climb a ladder a little bit, if you press the shift key, your character will not fall off the ladder, and you can place a block, place another ladder, climb a bit, place a block, place another ladder, climb a bit, place a block, climb the ladder, so on and so forth. Let's go up reasonable height. I actually could have done this by counting as well, because we were at 12 before, so I could have sort of worked it out. But that's alright, we'll just do it this way for now. That still works. It just means we might have to remove some of these when we get up high enough. Alright, that should do. And back down the ladder we go. Right, so 12. No, 11. 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So this will be a fall of 21 blocks. Should I delete all of these to that block below, zombies will fall exactly 21 blocks. From here, we build out, once again, using the shift key, so you can't fall off if you use the shift key. I'm pressing backwards, my character will not fall off this block, because I'm holding down the shift key. So yes, so we build out to here. Now you know what, I've kind of done something wrong here, and we're going to fix it immediately. That's not really wrong, it's just it's not how I normally do it, but that... Right, now we can actually dig all the way back down. There we are. So, that needs to actually be a falling tunnel, because if the zombies and skeletons and what have you just fall, they will not fall down the hole, they'll just fall on the hole in the grass around it. So, what you actually need is 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd also prefer it to be day, so we're going to go inside and sleep and then come back out again. This is very much a let's play. I am putting this one up with the sort of tutorial tag because you can use it as a simple tutorial on how to make this very, very simple passive spawner. It's not very, very simple, but it's simple enough anyway. Right. So now we need to make the... Oh, I'm definitely going to need a lot more cobblestone as well. I should grab tons of cobblestone while I'm at it. So you are going to need a lot of resource, something to build out of. I recommend cobblestone. You should have lots of cobblestone. If you play like me and you make your entire house underground, you will have a ton of cobblestone. So you will also need access to a bucket because you will need water over the course of this construction. And you will need some half slabs, also cobblestone for preference, but that is it. So now we can build this tunnel upwards like this. Right. This just gives me a way down. So while I'm actually constructing the passive spawner, this gives me a way to get back down off it again if I need to return to home to collect more materials, to use my crafting table, whatever I need to do. Right. So that is the fall of 21. Right. Now you want to go 9 out from here again. So this is block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And while we're here, put a block there. So, the more observant of you and the ones that know the rules will realize this is 8 long, which is... Oops, that's not where I wanted it. the maximum distance that water can flow. Yes, that's right. This is the funnel. It will push the zombies into this hole so that they fall down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh yes, and the block on the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I feel like I got that one wrong. Let's just count that one again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I didn't. Excellent. Right, block there. Okay. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. So this extra block here, it could actually be underneath this block, but I like to go 10 out. It's just a foible of mine. Right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually turn these into the water funnel. And we do that by surrounding this with blocks. So to do that, you walk out to the edge, you put one on the side of the block, and then you add blocks down the side, like so. And then the same down this side. And once you've done one, I mean, you can actually now go outwards from here, but I like to still do it from here because otherwise you'll end up with a block that ends here rather than there, and then it won't look uniform. But it doesn't have to look uniform. It's function, not form, that is important here, but I like to spend a little bit of time on the form just because it's already going to be a towering block of some horrible resource block that you're not using, so in this case cobblestone. It's going to look ugly as it is. You can put something around it to make it look prettier, but you know, it's not necessary. It's still going to do the job that you need it to do. Which is get you lots of zombies, skeletons, and creepers to kill, the occasional witch, from which you can gather resources like potatoes, carrots, gunpowder. What's creeper? The thing that creepers drop called? Is it gunpowder? Whatever, that stuff. Yes. So this is the basic funnel. Now, with the basic funnel, we're going to actually need water. So we're going to have to go up and down the ladder a few times to get 4 source blocks of water. Preferably not falling off the edge because it's probably high enough to kill you or almost kill you. Hi. You cool? He's cool. We won't bother him. We'll go and deal with him later. He's fine. He's not bothering anyone. We won't bother him. Right, so up the tower, put a block here. The water will not flow down the hole. It'll get right to the edge of the hole and stop. That's exactly what you want to happen. And down the ladder again. Back up. One here. Water will flow to the hole but not down the hole. And so on and so forth. Now, can you do it without water? You can. It's very ineffective because the zombies will, the spawns, the mobs, will do their best not to fall down this middle hole. They will always try not to fall down holes. Any hole greater than 1, I believe, the AI of all mobs actually tries not to fall down holes. 1 is okay because they can jump back up again. Ow. I also just fell down a hole. Well done. Right, this is the last bucket of water we need, and then basically we're just down to cobblestone, and then we'll need some half slabs soon. So we'll get to that in a moment. Right. So making sure our water doesn't flow down any hole. Perfect. So the next thing you actually want to do is now you want to build up the sides. You want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what this part does, it actually prevents the mobs from getting back out of the water funnel. So on all sides, you want to go 6 out. And once you've gone 6 out, I'm going to put a block here so the water still flows underneath. And then you actually still want to cover the water here, because otherwise it lets light in, believe it or not. In RTX, I think the light that it lets in isn't visible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it'll be 2 blocks from the end, basically. So 3 blocks there is what you're looking for. It's 2 blocks of water. The light in RTX isn't visible inside due to the ray tracing rules, but from the point of view of the game, there is still a light level inside there that is bright enough for to prevent spawning. Oh well, it doesn't prevent spawning. And in fact, I think it is still low enough that stuff can spawn there. I just prefer it to be pitch black inside whenever possible. Wait, no. Had it right the first time, didn't I? I think. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. More cobblestone. Okay. So this is the level at which the mobs will spawn. Now you actually want to fill these in and turn them into little platforms. So there we are. This is now a 6 by 6 platform, and this outer edge is actually going to be the outer wall of the passive spawner. So we will actually be building that up. But we won't do that just yet. First, let's build the rest of the pieces, and then I will explain the spawning platform, how and why it works. Well, how it works. And why it prevents spiders from spawning, because that's the important bit. Because spiders won't go down the damn hole, because they can climb walls, so they refuse to drop down the hole, and they will stop other mobs from falling down the hole, because they'll be in the space where the mobs need to fall. It's getting towards night again, so we should head back down our ladder and get some sleep in a moment. So I could have done this in a creative world and just demonstrated the whole thing, but this first part of the video will be the useful tutorial bit, and whatever else I do in the video will just be standard survival let's play, because this was a survival let's play, not a tutorial series. The tutorial just happens to be part of it. I do this with other videos as well. There was a Space Engineers video where it was a survival let's play, but there just happened to be a tutorial-like component to it. So you can stop watching at any point, but yeah, if you keep watching, you'll see the tutorial bit. Right, so back down the ladder because it's night. Oh, that was quick. He spawned rather close. It's normally further away than that. Anywho, doesn't actually matter much. I do need to get some food and probably feed my cows, but we can do that later. I've got 1 bread. That's not going to do it, is it? Wheat farm. So if you need to know how to make this simple underground wheat farm, the first videos, the first episode of my Let's Play, which is connected in a playlist to this video, you can use that, and that will show you how to make this particular wheat farm, which is very simple. It's an 8x8. at the floor level there is water off to the sides here and here. Like you can just see it through this gap. And that is what keeps the soil moist. And then you can make a very simple, relatively fast growing wheat farm. Right, let's make as much bread as we can. Put that in there for now. I could actually make one more, but I don't need to, so I won't. And we'll worry about that another time. Now, there is one other important thing. Oh, I need more torches. The area underneath this is dark enough for monsters to spawn, and will keep them alive during the day as well. So it's a good idea to put, you know, just a couple of torches around here, which will actually brighten it enough that they won't spawn during the day underneath. Yeah. Right, up we go. Oh, actually, before we go up, I'm going to take this crafting table with me so I can make some half slabs. So I need another ladder there. Forgot about that. Right. Half slabs. Let's go over to that section. Half slabs. That is this one. Let's just grab... I don't remember how many I'm going to need. A lot. Let's grab 60 of them and see if that suffices. Yeah, I do not have a list of materials, exactly how much you'll need. It is going to differ depending on the terrain around where you build. Yeah, so what you want to do is cover this platform 4 half slabs like that. These is all you need to prevent spiders from spawning, because spiders need a 2 by 2 area in which to spawn. And if you have a half slab, they don't have a 2 by 2 area anywhere on this platform. This platform is full of 1 by 1s and 1 by 2s, but no 2 by 2s at all. So we do that on all the platforms. If you want to be able to do it before you've begun the wall, you just come in one and then leave 1 space between each of the 4 blocks. And again. And again. Right. Now, I don't think I've got enough wood. I might have enough wood. The other thing that we're going to need, and the final piece, the bit that makes it all work, is trapdoors. Yeah, 16 is not going to be enough. We're definitely going to have to get more wood and make more trapdoors. You need to fill all these gaps with trapdoors the whole way along. And open them as well. So, to this day, the mob AI sees trapdoors as something it can stand on and not fall through. So it'll step onto it and it'll fall into the gap because it's stupid. Yeah, so we're going to have to go down and check our tree farm and maybe, I don't know, use bone meal if we have to, I guess. Or go over there and harvest stuff from that forest, but, you know, I need more wood. It's the integral part of how the spawner works. Oh, yeah, absolutely no wood there. I've got a little bit in my chest as an emergency. We'll just use that for now. I don't think that's going to be enough either, though. Where's trapdoor? Why can't I build trapdoors? Oh, because I'm not looking at a crafting table. Yeah, that's not enough. That's enough for 1 level. Normally I make... Okay. So this is a single level of the passive spawner. I normally make a 2-level passive spawner. You can go 3, 4, 5, 6, however many you want. 1 will suffice, but it'll be slower than 2. 2 will suffice, but will be slower than 3, etc., etc. So let's go up, I think, to the top of this mountain, and we'll chop some wood. And then come back down. It's a shame that this has to be included in the tutorial. You don't want me just chopping wood. But yes, so eventually I assume they're going to fix the AI and this passive spawner will almost entirely cease to work. The mobs will still on a rare occasion fall down a hole if they get pushed by another mob standing next to them, but it won't be nearly as frequent as the way they currently walk out onto empty air because they think there's a block there. What you're doing is actually abusing the AI, convincing it that there is something to stand on when there isn't. Alright, let's not cut that one down. It's got a beehive on it. Although that won't actually mean anything. I'll be making my own beehives later on, possibly even during the course of this tutorial, we shall see. I think I have everything I need to make beehives anyway. Yeah, more wood. We need more wood. Oh no, that's got a beehive. And that's one of those annoying branched oaks. I don't want to have to deal with that because I don't want to leave part trees floating in the sky. That is not my style. I like everything to be neat and tidy, so let's not do it. Right. That's what the passive spawner looks like now. Baby chicken. Chicken. Alright. Hopefully that'll be enough wood to do 2 floors worth of trapdoors. Maybe, maybe not. We shall discover soon enough. So let me think about it. You need 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 per floor of trapdoors. You can also, if you need to move between the pads, create a few more. Lift the trapdoor momentarily and then put it back down again. Right, that is 1 floor. We will now finish off the wall. I will be taking this with me because I don't need to leave it in the middle of my spawner. That would be silly. Right. The wall prevents the creeps from getting out and also helps to maintain darkness. I've seen an alternate version of this where you don't actually use the wall and you can see the mobs, you can see inside to see the mobs, but the mobs can only spawn from about these blocks inwards, sort of that one, because otherwise the light level around the edge is too bright. Right, so from now on we don't want to fall back down onto the floor. You want to be careful because there isn't a way up again after we've built this wall, because now it's too high. 2 blocks high, that is, not too high. It is also too high. It's too high for you to jump out. You don't want to be deconstructing something you've constructed because you accidentally fell into it. Right, now you want to go 3 high, and this isn't part of the wall. This will be where the next platform sits. It'll also be part of the wall, but it's where the next platform sits. So you want it to be 2 high, because if it's 3 high, creepers can spawn inside. So what I mean by 2 high is underneath that block, there's 2 blocks of space. If I went 1 higher, it'd be 3 blocks of space underneath this block. But you want it to be 2 high, because if you make it 3 high, Enderman can spawn, and Enderman will take blocks and break your spawner by taking blocks out of the spawner. And ruining the functionality, the way the whole thing is designed to work. Because Endermen are annoying like that. Every now and again they help you by giving you a block that you needed Silk Touch to get. If you kill them while they're carrying it, that is. But every now and again they also just ruin things. So, you want to build another platform. So you only want to build out from the wall this far. And again, that far. And what we're doing here is we are just going to make a duplicate of the floor below. That is to say, we build... I'm going to need more cobblestone, aren't I? That, and that. And then we will, of course, add the trapdoors as well. I'll do that in a moment. Yeah, I'm going to need more cobblestone. I did not bring enough cobblestone with me. But I'll do that in a second because I'm going to be going back inside to sleep anyway because it's going to get night soon. Now, the other important thing about passive spawners is the rules for mob spawning. Okay, it's dark. I'm going to go inside first. Oh, I forgot to put my ladders on. So what you actually want is you want ladders on here as well. So get my ladders out and put ladders there so I don't get hurt, and there. They're just access. While you're building, it's a good idea to have access to the construction works. You might want to climb back up onto your passive spawner later and just open it up and check inside to make sure things are working correctly. Sometimes things break down. Sometimes you lose a block because an Enderman takes one out somewhere that it can get to and ruins everything for you. So occasionally you need to check up on it and make sure it's still working correctly. Right, I don't need these anymore. I do need to make more wood. And to make 20, where are they? Trapdoors. So, 9. I'm going to end up making 21, but that's fine. Okay, that's all we need. Oh, trader. I don't have anything to trade with him yet, but let's see what he was offering anyway. Packed ice, nice. Pumpkins, I don't have any of those yet. That would have been nice. Slime balls, I have no idea where I'm going to find slime, so that would have been really good. Kelp, less useful, but, you know, it's there. Red sand, not heaps useful. And moss blocks. Ooh. Yeah, some good stuff, buddy. Shame I don't have any emeralds to trade with you. Alright. Up we go. Continue the platforms. So mobs only spawn within a certain radius of the player. Now that radius is pretty big. Mobs immediately despawn, or almost immediately despawn. I believe it's on the next game tick, or the next 8 game ticks possibly, if they're too far from a player. So mobs that are too far away from a player will actually despawn again. So you need to actually be close enough to the passive spawner for it to work. At the bottom collection plate, which you will see when the mob spawner is actually finished, is the ideal distance. It's about the right distance that you need to be for a 2-level spawner. For a 3-level spawner, it's still good. For a 4-level spawner, the collection plate is now actually too low, and the 4th level won't work properly. I think. I haven't actually done calculations. It just sort of seems to be that way from experiments. Right, so now we've got to build up the walls again. Oh, wait, no. Before we do that, we have to put in our trapdoors. Let's put in the trapdoors first. So 20 per level, which means we used a total of 40 trapdoors on this spawner. No. Fail. Put them all on the same side just because, once again, my OCD. And it doesn't matter which side, so long as they're there. The mobs see... It just sees a trapdoor and goes, ah, I can fit in there, even though it can't. Or walk across there, even though it can't. Wait, didn't I have 21? Did I just use exactly 21? How did I use 21? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why is this one longer than the other one? What have I done? Oh dear. Houston, we have a problem. How did I not notice that before? Well. Yes. So somehow, I've got things wrong here. Let's just see. Is the water flowing correctly? The water is flowing correctly. What did I do? Why have I got one extra block on this platform? How did I... strange, isn't it? Yeah, that's not right. Okay, so I accidentally screwed that up, and therefore I'm going to get rid of all of this. Now you don't, I mean, I could correct it in other ways, but it's going to offend my sensibilities if I don't correct it by actually fully getting rid of those blocks that shouldn't be there. There'll be a lot of cobblestone down below that I'm now going to have to go and collect as well, but oh well, you get that. It's a bloody shame. That will slowly flow and end up down the hole. So I'll be able to, if I'm quick enough, go and collect that from the collection plate for the mobs down below. There. That's where the wall should have been. So yeah, not infallible. I make mistakes. That was a pretty grievous one. Egregious, perhaps. Not really. Just a mistake. Shouldn't have been there. We'll correct it now by removing the excess. And instating a new wall that is in the correct position. Better. I might not have noticed that if I hadn't have been actually counting trapdoors. Alright, now put another ladder on the side so you can get back down. There's a lot of animals around today. And then we go back to actually building our wall. Back to talking about passive spawning rules. There needs to be a light level that is not above a certain amount. I do not actually know off the top of my head what that light level is, but this will be entirely dark, so it'll work. Now, because as I said, anywhere in a radius around the player mobs can spawn, so long as it's dark enough, that means if there are caves and things underneath you or around you, the mobs can also spawn there. So they will reduce the effectiveness of your spawner because there's a chance the mobs will spawn in that empty space, available space, instead of this empty available space. Now the important thing there is empty available space. So for example, a zombie needs a 1 by 1, so 1 by 1 in length and width area, and then a 2 height, 1 by 1 by 2 space to spawn in. Skeletons, creepers, 1 by 1 by 2 space to spawn in. Endermen need a 1 by 1 by 3. Spiders and spider jockeys, skeleton jockeys, whatever they're called, the skeletons that ride spiders need a 2 by 2 by 2 area. Or is it 2 by 2 by 3? I think it's 2 by 2 by 2. Baby zombies, I believe, can spawn in a 1 by 1 area? 1 by 1 by 1? But I might be wrong. They might still need a 1 by 1 by 2. And chicken jockeys as well. Right, is that is 3 high? That is 3 high. Okay, and now we just build the roof. So now literally I just fill in the entire top space with blocks, because that will be the roof. I will then also need to go and make more torches, because you need to light up the roof, otherwise things can just spawn on the roof, and they won't fall off the roof. They'll just walk around up here, bewildered. So what we're essentially doing is making an area inside the spawner that is ideally suited to the spawning of mobs that you are interested in. In this case, skeletons, zombies, and creepers. You can increase the efficiency by going around and putting torches down in every other area where it is allowable for these things to spawn. So you'd have to find all the nearby caves, all the nearby chasms, any place where it's dark enough that they can spawn, and put torches down to make sure that, oh no, I'm going to have to break that because that was a mistake. Anywhere that is bright enough for mobs to passively spawn. That's going to be a lot of work. Another one that I've seen is you can... Now, the spawning radius, if I'm correct, is 124 by 124 around the player. Like I said, within a certain radius, the mobs will despawn again immediately. But you can dig the entire world out in a 124 by 124 block. I've seen that done. Or is it 128? I think it's 124. I've seen that done. It's, you just clear out everything in the world within a certain vicinity, and then if the player stands in the middle of that, there's nowhere for the mobs to spawn except inside the passive spawner. You can build the passive spawner way up in the sky. That's another one you can do, but then you have to walk up to it to be within range to make sure that things actually spawn and stay spawned, and then the collection plate needs to be up there somewhere as well. You can already hear the "it's dark" noise coming from inside the passive spawner now. Alright, so now I need 2 more ladders. And I need to go home and sleep because it's getting dark. And I need to make some more torches and then use the torches on the roof. The trader has now just gone invisible because it's night. And he's smart. It's a drowned that I can hear, so that's not a problem because it's a drowned. So that will also be a problem because there's water nearby. Drowned can spawn, and they will stay spawned. They won't go away during the day because they're drowned. They can just hang around there as long as they want, kind of. Yeah, that'll do. 24 is plenty for now. Right, I can get rid of all this because I've done all my construction, so I don't need any extra construction materials anymore. So they will reduce the drowned over here, and wherever else they spawn and stay will be reducing the efficiency of my passive spawner, so I may go and kill them on a periodically just to make sure that the passive spawner is a little more efficient. So 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks in. No, 3 blocks in, place a torch. Diagonally, 1, 2, 3, and place a torch on the 4th one. 1, 2, 3, place a torch on the 4th one. 1, 2, 3, place a torch on the 4th one, and then 1 right in the middle. That will provide enough light to prevent things from spawning up here. Now, we haven't finished the collection plate, and if mobs are spawning, they are currently falling into my house, and I will have to fight them in my house because I never actually finished the collection plate. Normally I would do that before finishing and closing up the spawner, but I didn't. Alright. So this is where the mobs will end up. They'll actually drop down here. So what you want to do is around the hole, make sure the funnel continues, and then put half slabs there. Because otherwise baby zombies can actually get through the hole. But now even baby zombies can't get through the hole. And that is it. That is the entire passive spawner, and I don't know how long it would take. I mean, it'd have to be night for a start, and I don't have cheats enabled or anything. But occasionally you'll walk past this, and there'll be zombies and skeletons and creepers just standing here. They'll be unable to see you, so they won't be able to do anything. And you can just walk up and hit them with a sword. It's fantastic. Now, on a rare occasion, this plate will fill up with so many mobs that 1 or 2 of them will actually glitch through the walls. So what you want to do is you want to put the stone slabs there as well, and that will actually prevent them from glitching through the walls, so they will be absolutely 100% inside. You could also put blocks up there, but it's not necessary if you've got the blocks here. And you will at least need the blocks here, because blocks up there will only prevent zombies, pardon me, skeletons and creepers, but baby zombies will glitch through, and therefore, pardon me again, be in the space where these stone slabs aren't. Half slabs or stone slabs or whatever the hell they're called. Yes. Okay, the trees have grown, which is good. Right. So that does it for how to build it. It'll be a little while before I can demonstrate that it actually is working. I mean, it is working. It's technically working right now. But it might be a while before our first mob actually falls down. I do not know. There is definitely a chasm nearby. So there might be a lot of underground spaces within that 128 radius where things are currently capable of spawning. And they are. And that is going to prevent them from spawning up in my spawner and falling down. But suffice to say, the spawner is working. Now, if you want to test this out, the best thing you can actually do is create a creative world, make yourself a flat world, build this spawner, and then set time to day and watch as the mobs fall down. And they will fall down at a drastic rate in a flat world. Because a flat world, there is no available other space except the spawner that you've built for them to spawn during daylight because it's too bright. But anyway, that is that. This will allow me to eventually get carrots and potatoes and bone meal and other assorted resources, free arrows, free bows, etc., etc. So if that's all you were here for, that is the how to make a passive spawner. I will thank you here very much for watching, but for everyone else, stick around. We're going to continue our survival game. We need to breed cows for a start. What else do we have to do? I could make a sheep farm now. I don't know what else I'm doing, really. I haven't decided what my next steps are. Oh, right. We're still only 3 cows. So we need to go to 4 cows. So I go 4, 6, 9, and then kill 5 cows. That's just how I do it. We'll keep the bread because it's currently the only food that I have. I do not need the spare crafting table anymore and all the ladders, so they can also go in there. I'll leave these spare logs in there. I don't really need more wood at the moment. Right. So the next thing I'm going to need is another room behind this room. Why? Because I'm about to start making a escalator, stairs down to the low point on the map, and we're going to start looking for our very first diamonds. Right, so normally I would dig out a full 9x9 room, but I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dig out the space that a 9x9 room would occupy if I dug out a 9x9 room. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5, which will be the middle point of the room. What the hell is that? Oh, no, it's just weird because of the ray tracing. And now I've lost count. Damn it. Alright. Well, we better put the ceiling rows in. That's how we'll fix that. So, 1, 2, 3. There we are. And then 1. 2, 3, and that will be where the other side of a 9x9 room should be, if I've counted correctly. Let's just double check. Oh, I've got a sneeze coming on as well. Sorry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Excellent. Alright. Get rid of this dirt because it annoys me. Cool. Now, from here down, this will be where I will be creating a stairwell to the bottom of the map. It's a bit harder to do in Bedrock because you don't know what coordinate you're at. There's no way to get coordinates. Is there? I mean, there's no... I don't remember... I mean, the console used to be F3 to bring up the all the cheats and stuff. No, that just does that. Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, it's easier on Java when you can actually see what level you're at by just pressing F3. Although I think in Java you can also turn that off. I think cheats need to be enabled for you to be able to see that. Right. So yeah, this is kind of boring because it's literally just me digging a hole. A long, long way down. All the way down, in fact. But yeah, so what you can do is you can dig all the way down to bedrock and then sort of come up a few levels because, you know, diamond is there, but I normally actually stop at the level above the bedrock and dig for diamonds at that level. But I'm pretty sure that in caves and cliffs, the actual... Ah, there's iron for the first time. If you were here for the last episode, you'll know that I spent a long time searching for iron and not finding it. No passive mobs yet. I wonder if something's gone wrong. Because if that's supposed to stand as a tutorial and something's gone wrong, I'm going to be very annoyed. It should be there. There should be passive mobs spawning, but like I said, it'll be rare because... Should be working. What you can do is you can go and listen. Because you'll hear skeletons and zombies and stuff if they're in there. It's definitely making the big, empty, dark space noise. So this is a suitable place for them to spawn. They're just not actually spawning yet, which is very annoying. It's quite possible that there's too many other places nearby for them to spawn, that it's going to be pure luck if they spawn inside my passive spawner as opposed to inside some other available dark space, which will reduce the effectiveness of my spawner to near uselessness, but oh well, you get that. It's still there. Every now and again I will get one free, a free zombie, or a free skeleton, or a free whatever. It just might be a lot more rare than I was hoping it was going to be. Alright, I will come back for all these ores later. I don't particularly need them now. Where's the last torch? So this level. There. Now another thing I used to do back in the old days was I used to make all my staircases too wide, one descend too wide, because you'd have to actually use half slabs because you couldn't run up the cobblestone stairs, the building block cobblestone stairs. So I used to actually use half slabs because you could run up them and then you could run up the stairs, but now I don't. So now you can go descend one for every block you go forwards, which I didn't do before. But yeah, you used to be unable to run on cobblestone stairs. It used to be very annoying. It used to take a long time to get to the bottom of the level if you used cobblestone stairs. So instead using half slabs as the way to get up from one level to another level without having to jump, and then at least you could run up that. or down that, as the case may be. I mean, you can run down cobblestone stairs. I think you just fall down cobblestone. No, I think it used to actually even stop you running down cobblestone stairs. You'd hit the cobblestone stairs and stop running, even though you were descending. And, you know, you think it'd be pretty easy to run downhill. No, Minecraft says no. We used to say no, it no longer says no. Wait. No, this one. And then this one. I think. Yes, good. But yeah, we'll see how long it takes me to find diamond. We should find a crap load of redstone before we find diamond. Then I will possibly end the video just before I get there, or when I get there, I will make another 9x9 room, because yes, I love me some 9x9 rooms. And then I will do a description of how to strip mine at the lower parts of the level to find diamonds. The most efficient method of doing so without cheating in some way, shape or form. There are plenty of cheat ways. You can get resource packs that makes every block except diamonds invisible or almost transparent. Makes it very easy to find diamonds. You can do other things like, ooh, some lapis lazuli. You can do other things like use explosives to mine faster, but then of course you run the risk of blowing up your diamonds, which is never nice. Alright. I don't know if you actually need an iron pickaxe to mine lapis lazuli, but I haven't looked it up in the wiki, and I'm not going to risk it. So I'm, yeah, destroying them with my iron pickaxe. Once again, for those of you that haven't seen it, yes, I have the iron tier. I have enough iron to make iron pickaxes and whatnot. And some of you might be saying, so why aren't you using an iron pickaxe? It's so much faster. It's so much better. It is. But then I'm going to go through... Oh, that's the wrong spot. I need to be on this level. Then I'm going to go through a lot of iron pickaxes for no good reason. Like, I'm going to, you know, go through an iron pickaxe every few minutes because of how much digging I'm doing for no gain. I'm going to get a bunch of cobblestone with my iron pickaxe. Instead, I use stone pickaxes, which take only a little bit longer to mine a block than an iron pickaxe. And then I only use my iron pickaxe to mine those ores, which must be mined with an iron pickaxe. Makes my iron pickaxe last forever. I can have one iron pickaxe for, like, you know, in Minecraft time, days and days and days before I actually need to make a new iron pickaxe. I don't waste so much iron doing so. Now, later on, when we've progressed far enough into the game to have a iron golem farm and we have infinite iron, I might reconsider. But until that point, stone pickaxe is the way to go. It uses 3 cobblestone and some sticks, which, okay, cobblestone isn't technically an infinitely... well, it is technically an infinite resource, because you can make a cobblestone farm where you just stand and keep hitting with your pickaxe and you'll actually get an infinite amount of cobblestone. I might demonstrate that at some point. It requires a lava block, and that's it. Basically, if you've got a lava block, you can make an infinite cobblestone farm. But yes, not just now. Where were we? What else was there to talk about? What were we talking about? Oh yes, so stone pickaxe, infinite iron pickaxe. At this point in the game, not infinite. Don't want to waste my iron. It's too early to start wasting iron just because I want to mine just a little bit faster. It's not worth it. You might feel differently. You go right ahead. Right. Now I have to jump walk my way all the way back up the stairs because I haven't put the stairs in yet. We'll do that later. Still haven't had a passive mob spawn. It's very disappointing. Would have thought we would have got at least one by now. Alright. Random people appearing behind me. I don't know whether they were on camera or not. I think they were. That was my mother, of all people. Yes, I live with my mother. It's terrible. Not for long. I am finding a place soon which will change my entire streaming setup. There will be an entire new look to my streaming setup. At that point, I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait. It'd be really nice to have my own place. I've never lived on my own. I've lived with other people many a time, in share houses and whatnot, but no, it is now time to get my place and live with just me, and it'll be great, because then I can do whatever I want. I can get up at 2 in the morning and make a roast, and stick a fork in either side of it, and eat it like it's a corn on the cob. I don't know whether I will do that, but I've always thought it would be funny to do that and film it, so... But yeah, it's not so much about that. It's just about, like streaming, for example. Sometimes I'm awake and I can stream because I don't have to be asleep, so I'm not trying to get to sleep, but it's the middle of the night and I can't stream because I'm in a house with other people who are trying to sleep. Of course, having said that, when I move out, I will have neighbours, and I will almost certainly have a unit or apartment, so I will share walls with other people, but it's not the same as living with people and interrupting their sleep. I should be able to avoid interrupting my neighbours' sleep by simply streaming in a room that doesn't share a wall with any of their bedrooms, is the idea. It should be fine, because all units are like that. Like, the bedrooms don't share walls with the next unit's lounge, because that's where most of the noise is going to happen. I mean, the bedrooms share walls with the next room's lounge. Sorry. Because that's where... I might be wrong. Wait, am I thinking this out correct? How would you do it? Anyway, generally speaking, bedrooms... Your bedroom shouldn't be next to your neighbour's bedroom. That would be weird. I just don't see it happening. Alright, I'm going to start putting in the stairs, because that'll improve my ascent times. Descent times will be the same. Anyway, hopefully I should be in a situation where if it's, 2 in the morning and I'm awake and don't have to be anywhere, and I want to stream, I can just stream. Okay, now is actually a good time to get these ores out of the stairs. So maybe it's time to start collecting all the ores we found on the way down as well. Still no passive mob, but very disappointing. I need wood. Luckily, there are trees. Other than wood, I also need enough saplings to replace that, so I could stand around here and wait for it to passively decay. But what I'll do instead is I'll try to remember to come back and look at them. Let's grab all 4, why not? We go through that many stone pickaxes, you might as well have a whole bunch of them. So I have to remember to come back up and go back into the tree farm to get the trees. Alright, let's dig out all these extra ores. There's an annoying bit of lag. I cleared that block. Yeah, way too much copper if you ask me. Like, I have no idea what... I suppose because you can use it as a decorative block, they decided to have a lot of it spawn. Oh, I was talking about... Oh, thank you very much. Tiny? I guess you still say that just as tiny. Yeah, I suppose with the new spawning rules, it's possible that might not be in the new update. That might actually be coming in a future update. So they might have included the new resources, like copper, in the Caves and Cliffs experimental update, but not the new spawning rules. So we'll have to see where diamond actually spawns. It could be elsewhere compared to where I believe they're going to spawn. But we shall see. But yeah, the rate of diamond spawning is supposed to have been increased slightly. Right now there should be a torch there. Cool nanas. Yes, I do not look at my chat very often because normally there's no one to chat to, so I'm not used to actually looking over at chat, but I will make an effort since you are there and chatting away. Right. Really? I'm not a big fan of my own voice, actually. I think it's a bit nasal sometimes. And too high-pitched for my face. I look like I'm going to have a deeper voice and then I don't. You can actually change the pitch of your voice just by practicing talking lower continuously, and eventually it'll become habit to actually talk in a lower pitch, but it still won't be your natural speaking voice because your natural speaking voice is sort of is a product of the amount and speed of air pushed over your vocal cords, and that is based on your lungs. There's all these weird things, and they can tell if people are actually speaking in their natural tone of voice or putting it on, so to speak. I could do voiceovers. It'd be interesting. It takes a lot to get into those sorts of things. I mean, I could consider it, but I have no idea how one gets into the field of voiceovers and commentary. I mean, in commentary, you have to actually know the sport as well, which makes things very difficult, because I know very few sports well enough to commentate on them. Maybe esports. I play a lot of League of Legends. I probably know enough of that. Alright, we're definitely going to have to raise the ceiling, because getting your head stuck on the way down is causing the descent to slow down. Alright, more iron ore. After a massive struggle in episode 1 to get iron ore. My favourite League champ is Morgana. She was one of the first champs I ever played. I started playing very, very early in League of Legends. And Morgana was my favourite champ and still is to this day. She is my main. I just, yesterday, unlocked her new prestige skin. Oh, I can hear spiders. There's definitely a cave or something around here somewhere. My next favourite is actually Leona. I am a support main as well, but I think Leona is awesome. And then Jinx. So I'm... Oh, that's a big gaping hole. Can't reach anything to put a torch down. Right. Big cave system. Excellent. Ah, no. Morgana is... She was an angel. She left heaven. Her sister is Kale. She has wings. She refuses to use them. As part of her... she rebelled. As part of her rebellion, she refuses to use her wings. She's purple-haired, wears a dress. Oh, jeez, this is a bit sketchy. It's a big cave. It's incredibly dark in RTX. Way darker than it is outside of RTX. Alright, so we're going to explore this. Ah, thank you so much for the follow. Right, so always put your torches on one side and not the other. Ooh. My GPU is currently an RTX 2080 Super, is what I use. That is dripstone, isn't it? Alright, this is a massive cave system. This is the actual Caves and Cliffs update. Thanks, guys. So many follows in such a short time. Alright. Let us descend and see what we can see. Oh, there's water up there somewhere. Can hear spiders, I just don't see spiders. Yeah, much darker in RTX than in anything else. I don't think I want to step on that, because don't they hurt? Oops. He says as he jumps down onto one. I suppose I could find out, but I don't even have any food on me to check, so... Wow. It's a deep, 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 deep cave. Redstone level. And gold. There's gold down there. So I will point out, for those of you that don't know, it doesn't normally look like this. This is an RTX resource pack created by Cube IR, and it includes a patch to add glowing ores. So ores don't normally glow. That's diamond. Awesome sauce. Yeah, ores don't normally glow like this in RTX. It's just a thing that I put on to make them glow because it makes RTX look super, super cool. That's amazing. We just got diamond for free, essentially. And there's more. So much more. I'm going to want that gold too. And that's a creeper. I hate fighting creepers on uneven terrain like this. And I don't have a bow. And I don't have any armor on either. Cool. Nope. Ah. Oh, that's disappointing. Yeah, the cave system's massive. Oh. Coming from Purge, so was this a raid that I missed? I maybe didn't see the message because my frickin' microphone is actually in the way of chat. Let me rearrange my desk slightly. That's better. Oh, cool. So how did you guys find my channel from there? Yeah, diamonds are all over the place down here in the caves. Yeah, so many diamonds. That is not what I'm used to at all. I could actually start making diamond armor and stuff just because there are enough diamonds. I'm not going to, but I could. That is... Wow, so much resources. I should grab a little bit of redstone and some gold, and then maybe head back up again. Yes, so again, the resource pack is by Cube IR. I do not have a link for it, actually. I just sort of Googled RTX Minecraft resources and found this resource pack, which appeared to be one of the better looking ones. And then as an additional patch to the resource pack, you can add glowing ores, and it makes all the ores glow in the dark, which makes them nice and easy to find and look cool. I got them because they look cool. It's a little bit cheaty to have ores be this easy to find. You know, like I should be walking around in the dark placing 100 torches trying to find these diamonds, but instead I can just see the diamonds in the distance because I've got the glowing ores patch. But it does look really cool. Ah. Oh, well, thank you very much, Tiny. It's very much appreciated. Yeah, I do stream 4 days a week on average with all sorts of things. So if you guys have interest in other games, I do Minecraft, I do League of Legends, I'm currently also doing Far Cry 6, I do Phasmophobia, Space Engineers, I play all sorts of games. And if you check out my YouTube channel, there's even other stuff on there like drawing. Oh, that's another creeper. There's even other stuff on my channels like drawing, and I fly first-person drones. Yeah, lots of stuff. I do not even have an iron sword here. That really sounded like there was another one behind me, but okay, there wasn't. Man, these caves are spectacular. There is... I'm out of torches. So that's as far as we go. I think it's time to start heading home. But look at that. With the glowing ores, that looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And there's an Enderman. Absolutely gorgeous. Phasmophobia is a very scary game. My brother lets his children play, and they are... Jesus, how old is Esme now? 10? 11? 10. And Charlotte is 13, and they play. They love it, but that doesn't mean they're not extremely scared of it. So some people might let children play, but parental guidance is highly recommended because it's not for the faint of heart. It scares the hell out of me, and I am an old man already, and I find it nigh on terrifying. It's a very, very scary game. Very well made, considering it was made by just one person. It is, and it's not a jump scare scary, it's a tense scary. The developer, D-Niter, is the moniker that he goes by. He intentionally went for a game that isn't jump scares, but is just tension that eventually breaks when something finally happens. Yeah, he didn't want it to be your typical jump scare game. There's many jump scare games out there, and he didn't want to just copy that like everyone else does. Oh, damn. I can hear him. I can't see him. They must be off that side tunnel there, I think. Yeah, it's a very good game, though. I will be playing some of that later on, probably in about... How long have we been streaming Minecraft here? Probably in about an hour? Maybe a bit more? There you are. Can you work this out or not? Ow! How did you hit me from there? Cheeky. Oh yes, all sorts of mobs spawning down here. This might explain why my passive mob spawner isn't actually spawning. But yeah, I do like Phasmophobia. It's a very good game. It has a very... a very strong community already. Like, there's not that many people playing it, but the people playing it haven't stopped playing it since it came out. And I will definitely be streaming it because tomorrow there will actually be a Halloween update. So I do kind of want to continue my... I suppose I don't need to. The whole point of building stairs to the bottom of the map is so that you can find diamonds. And now I can just walk out into this massive cave and I've got diamonds. So we don't need to do that anymore. Right, let's make it a bit... Oh, that's wrong. A bit more easier to climb back to the surface. Put another torch in there. No. Put another torch in there. Will actually be easy for mobs to climb up my stairs and harass me, but... Yeah, look, you get that. Good block there. That'll work. Now we have a way down to the bottom of the map and a way up again. So yes, that massive cave system pretty much explains why my passive spawner isn't working. So we will slowly but surely need to light up that entire massive cave. That's going to take a long time. Alright, all this wheat has grown. Excellent. Wheat. Cool. Wow, so much loot. Caves are very loot heavy. Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of this resource pack's way of making the tilled soil that's wet look oily and shiny. I think that's a bit of a mistake. But that's what the guy who made the resource pack went with, and you know, I could go in and do it, but I just wasn't in the mood for graphical editing. So I can't be bothered going in and changing that to make it look better. There we go. Now I have a full field full of wheat. Right, definitely dump that. Cobbled deep slate. Ooh, pretty. Dripstone I can put in here for now. We won't be gathering much of that over the time. So many diamonds! I'm going to make myself a diamond chestplate because I've got no armor, so I need to put some armor on. And because I have so many diamonds, one piece of armor will suffice. I will eventually build a diamond pickaxe, but I don't actually need one right now, so I won't do it right now. We'll do it later. Eat this bread. Oh, I forgot to come back up and sort out my trees. Oh, that's alright. We can do that later. Saplings. So yes, so this is my tree farm. It is a small room designed specifically for oak trees. The oak trees will not grow above 4 blocks of wood tall, so you cannot get the branching oak trees, which means it would take too damn long to actually spend time breaking down all the bits of wood for the tree so that the leaves degrade. Later on I will put flowers in here so that the oak trees have a chance to spawn a beehive when they grow as well. Yes, little bits and pieces that were all explained in my previous episode of Minecraft RTX, but that's alright. You guys are here now. My cow farm. 4 cows become 6. And then later on 6 cows will become 9, and then when I'm at 9 cows you can slaughter 5 cows to get back to 4 cows, which then lets you go 4 to 6 to 9 again, and so on and so forth ad infinitum. Right, what else do I have to do now? That's pretty much all I had in mind. I wasn't expecting to find myself with diamonds so early. Alright, so we've got diamonds, so what's our next thing then? We've got diamond, we've got enough iron to be getting on with. I need some torches. I've got a passive spawner already. Am I already up to making villages? I guess I'm up to making a artificial village. Could do with more coal. It's really weird that I don't have enough coal. Anyway. 16... 64 torches. I could start making some of the other farms as well, I suppose. So I could make a sheep farm and a rabbit farm and so on and so forth, because I need something to trade with the villagers. But I suppose there's no point doing that until I've got a village. It's daylight, that's fine. Go outside. Well, where am I going to put a village? Needs to be far enough away from my door so that my door doesn't count. Oh no, my bed, because they made it beds. It used to be doors, now it's beds. Minecraft and their updates. I must say, Microsoft did a decent job with Minecraft. A lot of people were worried when Microsoft bought Minecraft from Mojang. But they haven't ruined the game. They've done a decent job. People, there's really little you can complain about. Yes. I wasn't ready to make a village. I was expecting it to take a lot longer to find diamonds. I didn't even get to demonstrate how one does strip mining because I didn't need to. Yes, the Caves and Cliffs update have really changed things. I'm at a bit of a loss now, because it's not a good time to make a village. I need to go and look up the mechanics and remember how to make the village, because I can't just make the village off the top of my head. It's like 64 blocks by 64 blocks around the center point, which is the bell, and I don't have a bell, and I don't think you can craft a bell. I'd have to look all this stuff up in the wiki. It's very annoying. So you know what? For those people watching on YouTube, I'm going to actually end the video there because that is sort of enough for an episode. It's an hour and 30-ish minutes. For those watching on Twitch, stick around because the stream will continue and we will be jumping into Phasmophobia. For those watching on YouTube that want to watch the Phasmophobia, just watch my channel for a little bit. It'll let you know when I'm live again and I'll be playing Phasmophobia. Other than that, YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this stream, this video if you are watching it as a video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, definitely hit that notification button. It's pretty random when I go live. That's pretty much going to be the only way you're going to catch a live stream because it's not like I'm on a schedule or anything. I just do it when I can do it. Other than that, thank you for watching and I will see you in the future.